Hi guys, TheFreind here, and today I got yet another commentary guide to be playing. This time I'm going to be explaining Ragnaros E build, and this is on Battlefield of Eternity. So we're fighting some pretty fearsome opponents here, and there is a very good comp on both sides here. We have Ragnaros with a Garrosh and Uther, which is a very good frontline. You actually love these heroes. They provide you CC, a lot of durability, and shock protection to get you out just in case you get focus fired or anything like that. Plus, Ragnaros is very good at repositioning enemies, and that's very important because if he drags enemies into your range, you're able to really capitalize them. I love Garrosh. He's a close second favorite behind Johanna for my favorite tank to pair with in terms of Ragnaros. And then we got Phoenix as a mobile, reliable damage dealer, and then Orphea as a pain bringer, so long as we can keep the enemies stunned and CC'd. On the other side, we have a Varian, Sylvanas, Tracer, on an Alaric. Very fearsome team. Good amounts of CC, blow up, and yeah, just basically a very offense-oriented type of team. But it's a little bit squishy, which is kind of good for Ragnaros. So in this type of game, you want to pick up E build because you need a little bit of speed to catch up to Tracer, catch up to Alaric, catch up to Sylvanas and Ana, and then you need burst damage. So E build with blistering attacks is going to be good because these guys are all squishy. A single combo rotation is enough to execute them. Varian is a little annoying for Ragnaros, but he's not the biggest deal in the world. He's not as oppressive as some other type of tank stuff. Without further ado, let's start with the game. So generally speaking, E build is able to flex into either offlane or 4-man. This game, I'm definitely going to be offlaning. I want a little bit more damage bot lane, so Orphea and Phoenix can do it, and then Garrosh and Uther are plenty tanky. So I'm just going to join for a very quick level 1 fight. My vision is always a little skewed, so I'm just going to play on locked vision. So nothing occurs. Oh, I remember that. That's funny. Baron went around the wall here with his charge, so I'm like, that's kind of funny. Okay. So we're fighting against Sylvanas. Sylvanas is a hero with range and no sustain, which is ideally something that Ragnaros likes to fight into. Problem with Sylvanas, though, is she's a little slippery and she has a little bit more mobility, so it's kind of hard to get into melee range of her. So here I'm using the Fog of War. I'm trying to get close to her so that I can use my abilities. And then I get a very favorable trade, and then once that's done, I'm trying to heal off of my Q. I'm holding my Q because I want to splash her with the radius. See what I did there? Got a little too close, so I tried leaping for the E. But I'm not overcommitting. I'm not giving her enough attention because the longer I fight Sylvanas, the more stacks she gets off of her newfound pinnacle traits. So I don't want to give her any more stacks than she should because it's a very strong power-up if she does get it. In the meantime, I'm just going through the laning phase, and here, I really should have seen this coming. This was my mistake. I hit the minion here. I'm like, nah, I'm dead. I'm just going to kill the minions. But it turns out I almost killed Tracer. In my guide, I wrote that every single auto attack matters for Ragnaros. Had I done one more auto attack on Tracer, she would have died. She was brought down to like 200 health, and I do like 220 damage, so yeah, that was my mistake. I gave up on my life sooner than I should have, and because of that. And I also should have anticipated, hey, Sylvanas is sticking around at 400 health, and I should have looked bot lane and realized that the Tracer was missing, or the Genji, or the Zeratul, or some sort of assassin. But I did not pay attention to the map. I was too tunnel vision onto top lane, so that was my mistake. Next, after reviving, timer is now 2 minutes. Orphea's top lane, team is bot lane. I should be starting the bruiser camp here. And on Battlefield of Eternity, you want to ideally capture this at like a 2:30 mark, which is perfect. Otherwise, any time frame between 2:10 to 2:40 is good. We capture this, and then this is going to push out bot lane. The enemy team is slow to theirs. Fortunately, Uther has died, but we take out Tracer, so that's good. And ideally, the camp down there is going to start pushing, and they have to address it now. Sylvanas chose not to go through, so I decided to pursue her, do a little bit more damage. Again, you really want to be unfair when it comes to Ragnaros. You want to take these good trades, and then you don't give them any more time to trade back at you. When you use your abilities, you don't have anything more in the tank. Maybe if you're like at a 2,000 versus 1,000 health difference and you have right clicks, maybe you can finish them off. But generally speaking, you want very quick ability combo rotation trades, and then you back out afterwards because you don't have much more sustained damage after that. Do a little bit of damage onto the immortal here. It's closer to my side. There's nothing to fight over there. They're doing camp, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you do the mercenary camp while immortal's up, that's a waste of time. And generally speaking, it loses you the first half of the first 50% for free, for nothing. Here I go, top lane. I focus on taking out the minion wave here. I really should be Eing here. I need to kill this sooner. I want to level 7 because it's a very big power spike. But the team is currently fighting, and I've chosen not to. The first target I go onto is the closest one to me. It's Alarak. And in conjunction with Orphea, she's getting slowing, I'm getting slowing, and then we're shredding apart the backline. I turned, look at that. So in the middle of that fight, I turned level 7, and I picked up Blistering attacks, and I knew I could kill the Tracer. So I walk up to her, I just A-click, you know, so as soon as she gets into range, Ragnaros will acquire her, and then I slap her in, instant kill. This is one of the cool things about Ragnaros is he's really good into really squishy heroes like that. Murky, Zeratul, Tracer. These heroes, like, as soon as they get into range of you, you just slap them for a 400 hit. Very nasty. And then Orphea and I just completely camp everyone here. I think Baron gets away here, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Garrosh does a good follow-up. I'm out of mana, enemy team is dead. We might as well start killing the Immortal. Phoenix is here. Because by the time they respawn, they're not even going to be hitting the Immortal, so we might as well just drive her up. Get this done. Cool. Alrighty. So for my talents, I went Engulfing Flame, more damage, more radius, standard for E-build. Next is Slow Burn. Slow Burn is very important. I talk about it a lot that the slow is the difference between you scoring a kill or not. It is such a difference. 40% is no joke. And later on, when you get Echo Burn, it'll be very effective. Here, I tell the team, even though I have 2 people bot lane, I tell them to go top lane, and I'll take over. Because when this Immortal starts pushing, you need range damage to safely pressure the wall here. I cannot contribute to the team positively if I'm with them over here. Unless I'm W build Ragnaros, then I'm in fact a ranged assassin. But when I'm E build or Q build, Ragnaros has no range. So I might as well go bot lane and start gathering side lane XP. The team can push with the Immortal, and then I can pressure the side lane here. I'm gathering another lane's worth of XP, and I'm putting pressure onto the core here. Bounce comes, so I'm forced to back out. Give her a left up with Blistering attacks because I can. If this thing's off cooldown, you need to use it like every single opportunity. And here, this is the problem that any kind of no healer type laner is against you. You can do big trades and you heal up, and they can't, and they're forced to use the fountain or try to get around. Here I was just being annoying against Peter Sweet. I knew, hey, like, I can take over this globe. You can't do anything about it, and I can take a lot of damage, but I don't really care, because I just heal. Look at that. I'm pretty sure he backs after this. So I pinged that he's missing. Maybe he's going top lane. They gotta watch out for that. And then I figure, okay, I haven't seen her in a while. I take out bot lane camp, no problem. Then she shows that Fort's soaking, so I know this is for certain safe. At level 10, I pick up Sulfuras Smash. Team has great setup. We have Orphea crushing jaws, so she catches multiple heroes. I can completely slam it down. Garrosh is a standard great pick with Sulfuras Smash. Very easy to pick and choose. Uther has reliable stuns, so no matter what happens, you can find something to play your Sulfuras Smash off of. And it's very important because if you kill any of these guys immediately, you really put the brakes on them. Because they're a very offense-oriented team, they're not going to anticipate you trying to kill them as quickly as possible. Mortal spawning in 20 seconds. I need to kill this bruiser camp pronto, so that we can have it push out. We're doing an obscene amount of damage. What the hell? Bullseye. I saw the nano go off. Here, Alarak is pushed up. I got CC here. Okay, and this should be a kill. No, I'm dead. That was my mistake. Okay. I died there because I thought I could kill an Alarak with Q1, which is extremely dangerous. He lifesteals a lot with a lot of right attack speed and a lot of right-click damage. You gotta be careful about that. And then there was an Ana behind him healing him up. You can't really kill a guy if a healer is healing him behind, so it is what it is. I got a little too ambitious in my attempt to kill an Alarak. Gonna keep the camera here. Team is doing really good. Like, I don't even have to do much here. Ooh. Strong counter strike. That was going in. Still munches. Very good. So I'm with the team. I'm not going to pursue any further than that. I'm just going to be moral support by hitting the Immortal, which is closer to their side. So if they need help, I can quickly get into position. And already, the last Sulfuras Smash I got value. We killed a escaping Tracer that would have survived. Had I gone Lava Wave, you know, you don't get that kill. And granted, you don't have to go top lane either, but it is what it is. I don't like Lava Wave that much. So here, I knew for fact that I'm coming in from the side. Alarak is here. He's going to be focusing on trying to combo these guys. He's not going to counter-strike right away. I had the feeling he wouldn't counter-strike right away. And then Ragnaros at this exact moment chose to taunt, which was completely accidental. That was perfect. And now he's for certain going to get hit by the Sulfuras Smash because he's crowd controlled. But generally speaking, most Alaraks choose to use their counter-strike defensively when they anticipate a big CC or big damage ability coming their way. So I chose to use the Sulfuras Smash way ahead of schedule, and that kind of shocks a lot of people. People do not anticipate full health Sulfuras Smashes, and it always catches them off guard. It happens more often than you think. And then here, we got the ability rotation going in. Alarak gets CC chain. It doesn't matter if he counter-strikes at 25% health because he's going to die right after. Very good. And I have a very advantageous position to flank the Ana, to pressure her away from the front line. And then you can really see the power of Sulfuras Smash. That was an extra 1,000 damage added straight onto Alarak. It's questionable whether or not he survives with or without it. He probably doesn't. But your team needs to spend less resources when you kill them quicker, and then you can start killing the other enemies sooner. So securing and confirming the kill is a really important facet. And because I was able, and thanks to Sulfuras Smash, I could stand here, and then I dropped the hammer here. So strong. And then I'm in position to zone away the Ana that was standing here, and then suddenly she can't be healing the front line because I'm in her face, otherwise she dies. I love Sulfuras Smash. It's so effective. Just the modicum of CC and targeting, and it just works so well. I'm not gonna... So here, this is my decision making. I have 2 dead enemies. My team is way up here, and then all the damage dealers are over here. I figure, okay, I'm just gonna leave Phoenix to kill the Immortal. I go bot lane. I see a big wave here. So I'm not rushing out the Immortal kill, but I want to make sure I don't miss out on the XP. Never miss out on XP. Here I figure, okay, I'll get another wave. And I figure this one is safe because they're probably on our Immortal trying to get some chip damage. So it should be no danger to me if I approach. And then we're back to exactly where we were 5 minutes ago, where I'm pushing out bot lane. I don't know where the enemy team is. Then they captured the Mercenary camp, which means they're not going to be here quite yet. I give Sylvanas a healthy amount of respect because the fort can be dangerous. It shreds 40 armor after all, so I don't want to get caught. And here, I'm just very slowly playing the game. I approach, I do the combo, I slow her, I apply a big slow, and go from there. If this were any other hero and not Sylvanas, you'd be able to immediately Sulfuras Smash off of that. But she has a way to escape or do a quick Scotch jump, so it's very difficult to land the Sulfuras Smash on her. I'm just trying not to give her too much trading, because every time I trade with her, I'm potentially giving her quest stacks, and it's very strong at the time being. It's plus 50% damage. I drop a W here. Lovely. Crushes the board. Clear the win wave. And I think I'm back after this. Unless? Okay, so I saw the Immortal was going down, and I chose, okay, bot camp is going to be alive after that, so I'm going to go kill it. I know this is a free camp. And I tell the team to back because I see 5 heroes here and I'm not there. This is going to be a loss. But besides, after the Immortal goes down, you're probably up here for like a minute, which means you're going to be using a lot of resources. You're using ultimates, you're using a lot of mana. Orphea is completely dry of mana. You cannot continue to push after you get what it is you came for. The Immortal spawns, he's going to bash down this fort, he's going to bash down this keep, and when it goes down, what else is there to do? You're not killing the core. So you better decide, hey, we got what we came for, let's get out. And it's especially true because Defender's advantage is they're probably higher health, higher mana, and everybody's together. And if you're on the offense, you're very far away from the fountain, you're far away from the base, you can't restore your mana easily. And of course, Savants chose to back, and I told the team to retreat. It's going to be 4v5, so if they choose to fight here, this is correct decision. They're going to win it. Ragnaros lives for way too long. This is actually unreal. Uther goes down. Tracer continues the pursuit. One of her strong points is she can always run down heroes, so that's how it goes. And I see the team going, and I knew they were going to go for the bruiser camp here, and I saw that Tracer was on it. I miss. I die. Yeah. Very unfortunate. I thought I could get a cheeky kill by engaging onto the Tracer here, by giving Phoenix a little bit of screenage so he can get out safely, and maybe I score a kill onto the Tracer in the meantime. I mistimed her recall. I aimed directly at where she was about to pop back out, but it's a 1.25 second delay versus your 0.75 second delay. It's kind of tricky. I don't know how to time it against Tracer, so this is something I need to get better at, but whenever she dives in deep, the only way she gets out is if she recalls. And she will recall at a fixed position. You just need to have your eyes ready to look around to see where the whirly vortex is, where she's about to spawn. And there's another thing about this game that I noticed. There are heroes that have reasons to stand still. Alarak stands still to counter-strike. Ana stands still predominantly because she needs to snipe from afar or use her Q and all that jazz. She's aiming down her sights, and then Tracer needs to stand still when she recalls. All of these are opportunities for you to land your Sulfuras Smash. And that's kind of like what I've been trying to do this game. So far, Sulfuras Smash has been, 3 casts and 3 kills? No, 4 casts, 3 kills, I'm sorry. And here, I saw the enemy team was top lane, but I figure, well, we're actually closer to the Immortal right now, so we can actually chip a lot of damage on it. So I told the team, let's forget about this, and then let's go take out the Immortal, actually. Because we're already on it. I think this is the correct team play by the enemy team, but actually, I don't know. This is kind of weird. A fort isn't that important this late in the game, because we took out a keep at top lane. And then the Immortal, this is a 13-minute Immortal, this is kind of important. So we just got 50% health on this for free. And now they're coming. And because of this wall, we see them, by the way, so we know exactly their trajectory. They're not flanking us. Orphea does a very bold engage here. And before we start this fight, let's talk about my 13-16 talents. Tempered Flame gets shields if you damage with your E. Very standard in E build, and then Blast Echo, a mandatory build. So you pick up all the talents related to E for this build. Blast Echo is very important. This gives you the speed, damage, burst, slowing, and shielding that you need to really crush a backline. As is, you're dangerous, but you're kind of easily corralled as Ragnaros because, you engage, that's it, nothing more. But with Blast Echo, you have a second wave on yourself, and that is pretty strong. It allows you to completely run over somebody in the backline. We'll see this in just a moment. So fight is going on. We need to appeal for the Orphea. She gets mind controlled. And then I see that the Alarak got shoved in by the Ragnaros. So I chose to ult him. His mistake for not immediately counter-striking, he should know the gist by now that I'm trying to ult him on sight. Do as much burst damage as I can. I step aside because I knew it was coming. Huge Uther stun. We focus down the Alarak. Highest priority target. And I immediately get Blast Echo value. I engage onto Sylvanas, I slow her, and then I turned around to hit the Tracer. And because she's slowed, she's unable to help the Tracer, and I quickly reposition myself to peel for my team. Very, very strong bonus from Blast Echo. It allows you to switch up your targets mid-combat, effectively, too, which is pretty strong. And I knew that Alarak was going to be the target of these nano boosts, hence he was a high priority target, plus C-Champ is a pretty good Alarak player altogether, so yeah. And I knew the Shattering Throw is coming. He gets one shot. Shield Shattering Show dealt 3,000 damage to Phoenix's shields, and then he just popped from there, so I gave him a warning. Give the speed to Garrosh, hopefully he gets into position to get a toss off. But it doesn't matter too much. We're not engaging onto the heroes, we're trying to kill the Immortal. Give him speed. Oh my god, he's too brave! God, he gave up his life for that, that's fine. And here I get combo, oh shit. Let's back up there. Did not anticipate that so quickly, so we're gonna go back in time real quick. I sped up a little bit quickly. I did not anticipate getting jumped on by the Alarak, so we're going to go... Go down here. So I didn't anticipate them to be like right here, and then Alarak immediately scores a double hit. This is pretty problematic. That was my fault. I killed the... I failed the kill on the Alarak, and I got myself caught by his telekinesis. And you can notice I waited for Counter-Strike to finish before I dropped this first smash. He self-roots himself, it's an easy bullseye afterwards, and then he takes severe damage. Here I choose to go Molten Core. I press Q to damage the minion waves, and then I'm just applying pressure onto the enemy team while I'm blasting the gate here with my abilities. And also, one little trick you need to do. When you Molten Core and there are minions next to you, try to Q them, or take them out, because every time they're striking me, I'm losing a second worth of duration on my Molten Core. It goes down much quicker than I wanted to. And I should have Q'd again, and there's nothing more for me to do. Yeah. Why did I choose the Molten Core? We don't have Garrosh, and at the time Phoenix was coming this way. He was respawning. So it's just me, Uther, or Fia, and then 4 enemy heroes here. We cannot step up. They have a man advantage. Even though they have to deal with the Immortal, if they choose to kill us, they can kill us. So you have to be careful. But in Molten Core form, I can reach the gate and I can start affecting it. So I'm in no rush to approach it and with my physical body to deal damage to it. Orphea chooses to 1v1 the Tracer. Bold as hell. Especially considering this is Keck, who is one of the best Tracers on the server right now. And here I chose, okay, if they're going to take out the Immortal, they're going to rush to the bot lane camp. I rushed top lane to take it out after the objective was over. And exactly as I predicted, they forced themselves onto the camp. Maybe they thought I was here and they could steal it, but I was not. I actually went top lane. And just see what happens here. I told the team this is a bad idea to go in like that, but Garrosh is just smurfing. Oh my god. Saves the Orphea's life. And now I'm here. I can assist the team. Unlock my camera here. You don't want to fight over that because the camp is whatever. Huge. Missed my ult completely. My fault. And then both teams just exchanged their abilities, nothing occurred from it. I think ulting the Tracer was a little too ambitious. You need a perfect CC chain to lock her down, otherwise she instantly recalls, and then, you know, whoop-de-doo, she's right back to where she started. If Uther was there with his 1 second stun, it would for certain be a great idea to first smash, but Garrosh, although very strong at repositioning, and against most heroes it secures the hit against the first smash, she has an instant recall, so his half-second stun from his Q is not enough to secure the thing. We clear out the top lane mercenary camp, plus we're close to level 20, so this is a perfect opportunity for us to go top lane. And then instead of going to the Immortal now, I choose to push forward, find the next wave. so that we can score level 20. Perfect. Should be just enough.
You deserve this talent.
Now we are 20. We want to find somebody to kill. I should have sped up the Garrosh, my mistake. Ults the Alarak after Garrosh reeled them in. Team disengages. Look at those parries, that's kind of annoying. And that's one of the reasons why Baron is annoying for Ragnaros, because he has parries and blocks, shield wall and all that, so when you hit him, you deal nothing. So if he times it correctly, he can negate all of your burst damage. And then with most of the enemy, with 2 enemy heroes dead, it's very simply going to be us slamming into the mortal here. Okay, now we got it. I'm a little low on mana, I should go back for it, but I'm fine. I choose to push forward with the 3 regeneration globes I found. And for my level 20, I chose to pick up Submerge because I really like this into heroes with predictable combos. Alarak is your first thoughts because when he pulls you in, you're not silenced right away and you have a half second to react. You can instantly cast Submerge and you should be okay. Against Varian, Sylvanas, Alarak, maybe asleep, these are dangerous situations and you might die afterwards if you don't immediately submerge. So this is something that I choose to do. I pick up a Submerge, and so I don't just pop. I would prefer Heroic difficulty because I have a feeling we win the objective and then we can march on it or defend the keep with it, but it's better to play safe. Play to avoid lose conditions and play for your win conditions. You don't want to do like fluffy stuff. And then I knew, right now this is very scary to approach. We have Alarak, we have Varian, we have Sylvanas Mind Control. Something bad could absolutely happen when we're on the front lines like this. So I told the team to play it slow. This is a full health immortal, by the way. Look at this thing. Hold on. Can I cancel? No, I can't. So I can't look at his health, but this is obscenely large health bar. It will destroy the fort. So we're in no rush to... Yeah, look at that. It's 48,000 health versus 22k health. Heat, it's going down. We're not rushing. We're not rushing. Just let the fort go down, and then we do multi-core after. Here, Alarak tries the combo. Punish. Beautiful. And then I go Molten Core. And then I try to kill the Tracer here. And then clutch heal from mana. I should have targeted the Varian instead, but, you know, close call. And then I start blasting it with my W. Yep. Alrighty. Very solid game. And there's no more to speak about here. That's it. Alright, it's official. So that there is E-Build Ragnaros. When do you pick it? You want to pick it into games where it's high speed, low drag. This is a very fast comp. Fast in mobility, fast in kill time, and it's also very squishy. So you need to match that somehow. E-Build gives you a lot of speed. W is a little bit more laid back, but you need slower targets. Q-Build requires a melee heavy front line. There is no circumstance in which case you land a Q and it splashes onto multiple targets. No, all of these 5 heroes are going to be very far separate and isolated from one another, so they maximize their effects. But for you, Ragnaros, and E-Build Ragnaros is very good at catching out a squishy target and dueling them 1v1. It is extremely effective. I dare say oppressive. And this is kind of like its primary purpose. E-Build is very flexible. It allows me to let Garrosh initiate, and then I have my own E to go after, or Uther to initiate. He had some great ultimates and stun combos this game. He played out of his mind, honestly. Orphea was a consistent damage dealer. She did great. Phoenix was fearless, was able to keep up with the damage output. The output of Ragnaros is so dependent on your team and the type of heroes they have and the tools they have that you can play off of it. Sulfuras Smash earned a lot of value this game. If I went Lava Wave, I'm pretty sure the Alarak does not die as much as he does. And that's really important because you're resetting his sadism. And when Nano Infusion comes in, he does not die. So by bursting him as quickly as possible, we prevent a scenario where Ana ends up making him live. So yeah, it's basically E build Ragnaros. It's a very flexible build. You want to pick this into a quick match because you tend to not have a tank or healer, and you don't need a tank or a healer to operate well with the build. W build requires a tank. Q build requires a heavy front line, and that's kind of rare in quick match solo queue. And yeah, man, not much I can say. That is basically how Ragnaros goes. I appreciate you guys watching. That's all for me. Bye bye.